But Shabnam, I want to go back to Praveen Swami. But Shabnam, let me make one point. I think what should be of concern to Kashmiris is that the ISI is running a cottage industry of terror. And while the ordinary Kashmiris are being killed by the terrorists in number of terrorist attacks, and you say you are sandwiched, there are some people who are in 5-star, 7-star luxury suites and flying business class and whining and dining simply on this whole issue of Kashmir. They're using it for their own selfish interests. Praveen Swami, let me now share one fact with which I heard, Praveen. I heard, and this is a source told me, Praveen, that in 2010, some top journalist / activist was told by the government of India, please don't go to this man's seminar. And this is the information we have on him. It's dubious, it's ISI, etc. potentially. Yet the person / persons from New Delhi went. Why, Praveen? Why? Why do they go?
I would actually respond to that by asking why on earth any self-respecting journalist would ask the government of India whether they should be going to a conference or not. Look, Arnab, I don't think this is a debate about Kashmir or about politics or about India-Pakistan. It's a simple question of ethics. Dr. Hamida Naeem said that she would go to anyone who invited her to discuss peace. To me, that's like saying you would, go to a convention hosted by a group of convicted rapists to discuss how to end violence against women. This does not seem like a tenable position to me. The simple thing is this. Perhaps people were duped. Perhaps they thought this fellow is a lovely man. He is a nice fellow. He means well. Today, it is very clear, though, that a number of academics, a number of journalists, a number of civil society activists, not just of the left but also of the right, people like Dr. Subramaniam Swami, were part of an ISI effort to cultivate influence and to make their position look legitimate in the United States of America. The damage is done, but at least those people should make transparent what exactly they received from Dr. Fai by way of travel expenses, for example, by way of hospitality, so that the public can judge exactly what was going on. There is no problem at all with anyone, as far as I am concerned, going anywhere they feel like going. But there is a question of, I don't understand, the two politicians in the United States who accepted this money have already felt embarrassed and shamed enough to give an equivalent amount of money to charitable organizations. Now, Dr. Naeem is a scholar. I don't expect that she will do that, but there are plenty of people on that list of dignitaries with very large bank balances and personal fortunes. At least they can tell us what they received and return the money.
You agree, Professor Naeem?
To take money from an intelligence service like this.
That's
and I don't see the point of sitting around having these long discussions about Kashmir.
Okay, Professor Naeem wants to respond to Maruf before she responds to you.
Yes, Maruf was saying that I actually alleged by saying that India is an authority. I said by stopping people, by silencing their voice, by not giving them the choice to attend conferences, you are actually dragging India towards an authoritarian state. I am not saying that India is already an authoritarian state.
Professor Naeem,
I said if you are
Professor
silencing top intellectuals of India,
Professor Naeem,
by this, that they should not have no choice.
Professor Naeem, 1 minute. Professor Naeem, as Praveen Swami very clearly said, it's not about Kashmir. This is about ethics. This is simply about ethics.
So I'm actually...
It's about, he says, what did you receive?
I'm only concerned about it is Kashmir part.
What did you receive, for example?
I'm only concerned about the Kashmir part.
What did you receive?
Because I have seen...
What did you receive?
Seen Faisal actually talking... I have actually seen Faisal lobbying for Kashmir and not for Pakistan in the conference.
What did you receive?
That is all knowledge about it.
What did you receive from this Mr. Fai?
What should I receive?
What did you receive?
I have received the same thing from him what I received from all the conferences.
Well, what did you receive? What was that?
I said wherever I have gone, whether it is the conferences by Pagwash or it is by CDR or it is by Viscom, I have received the same treatment from Fai as I have received from
So what, they fly you business class?
No, economy class all the time.
And they put you up in the hotels?
No, in a modest, sometimes we will stay with some Kashmiris, sometimes we will stay in a modest hotel.
Do they pay you a per diem to attend the conference?
No.
So they simply fly you in and put you up there?
I said the same treatment as other conferences give you.
And you have no other links besides attending the conference with Fai?
I am telling you that I take all the conferences the same spirit as I have
So
taken
you-
Faiz. There is no way. I have made no
is it
exclusive
true?
Faiz conference.
Is it true that consistently your positions have been very critical of the Indian armed forces and the Indian government? Incidentally, just incidentally, Professor Naik.
Well, that is when anyone commits human rights violations
Yeah.
in Kashmir, whoever it is, I will
What
be
about
critical
POK?
of it as a human rights defender.
What about
as
POK?
a human rights defender, that's my right.
How many papers have you written?
These rights are also enshrined.
How many
These
papers-
rights are also enshrined in the Constitution
No,
of
I'm just trying to
India.
draw deductive.
And
How
if
many
anyone
papers-
violates those rights, I will have.
How many
I will
papers?
have a right to defend those rights.
How many papers have you presented in international seminars exposing the human rights violations in Gilgit and Baltistan? How many papers have you yeah?
I am not living in Baltistan, therefore I don't know about.
You don't know about it.
Baltistan.
You're not aware of it.
I will talk about what I know.
Maruf wants to respond. Maruf.
Yeah, first point is by that yardstick she is not even
I
living
am
in
going
Kashmir.
there as
So
a
how she becomes such a
representative
champion of the
Kashmir, which is
Kashmiris?
held by India, not as a
Oh, so-
person from Baltistan.
So you're
Yeah, so to that extent, since you don't live in Baltistan or the northern territories, you can't write about them. Why is it that you're writing about
I
Kashmir
have
without
never
living
written
in there?
about them. I
Well,
have
you
never
say
written
that you
about
go and
them.
take part in seminars. No, you have taken part in seminars
I
about the
represent
case of
my
Kashmir.
position on my
So
part
obviously,
of Kashmir.
you-
On my part of Kashmir.
Okay, so you've written about your part of Kashmir and you have actually saying, as a Pakistani, that the people in POK and other parts of northern territories are entitled to the third choice, which is of independence, which Pakistan's constitution of 1974 does not allow. And if somebody speaks about it, is an act of treason. So you are actually advocating that because you're talking for freedom for Kashmiris, aren't you?
Well, that's a strong point being made.
Well, constitutions have to change when you have to give rights to people. Constitutions
Okay, I
have
must-
to change whether it is Indian or
Okay.
Pakistani to make room for the
I must let
rights.
Shabnam Lone come in. Shabnam Lone, you wouldn't go to a seminar which had ISI funding openly, exhibited, but Professor Naeem says she would have no qualms. Would you have qualms?
Actually, I have never attended any of these seminars, either funded by RAW or ISI, on one basis, because I believe that people have a tendency to weave imaginary solutions for Kashmir.
That's wrong.
And I am of this opinion that these seminars really are of no help.
Okay.
Now, you are being a bit unfair to Miss Naeema on one count. Arnab, it is not only Mrs. Naeema who has, as a government servant, I mean, you are missing one point. See, many of these professors who have attended these conferences, say somebody from JNU or somebody from Kashmir University, one point is important, they are government civil servants. It is basically the government which has to give them permission
Yeah, but
to go and attend these conferences. My question is, on what basis did the government of India allow them to go there
my question is
all
this.
the time?
I think your point, but my question is this. My question is this. If it was such a free seminar funded by the ISI, I simply want to know whether the ISI would have given approval if Hamida Naeem would have wanted to go to the seminar and present a paper on the various human rights violations and constitutional limitations on POK. If she had wanted to present a paper on that, whether Mr. Fai, who nobody says they knew was an ISI man, whether the ISI would have given permission on that. Last question to Praveen Swami tonight. Praveen, will this carry on? A. B. Is there an argument that is coming up? What is liberal and what is anti-national? Are we coming back to that argument again and again over the last few months on different stories?
In my personal view, Arnab, I'll answer the second question first. I again don't think this is a useful opportunity to discuss people's political positions. All of us as Indians have a variety of political positions on Kashmir. We are all entitled to our different views. Dr. Naeem may have one view, Maruf may have another view, I may have a third view, and that's absolutely fine. I don't have a problem with that. But where certain of those opinions are being paid for, are being given a platform by money provided by a hostile intelligence service that is responsible for thousands of deaths, not just in the rest of India, but in Jammu and Kashmir itself, I think there is a real moral responsibility on people incumbent to disclose their relationship with that agency, and to be a little more guarded. If nothing else, this speaks
Yes.
of very poor judgment. I read in today's papers Dilip Padgaonkar saying he wouldn't have gone for this conference if he knew. I'm a little surprised because, for example, the Times of India, the paper he was the illustrious editor of for many years, had exposed Dr. Fai's record time and time again since the 90s. So this has not been a secret. I at least hope in the future people will be display a little more judgment about what they do and don't do,
But-
and come clean about what they have been
Right.
doing and not doing in the past.
We have a right to have our opinion, and we appreciate that on the News Hour. Therefore, I'd like to thank Professor Hamida Naeem, Shabnam Lone, Praveen Swami, and Maruf Raza for joining me on the News Hour tonight. Ladies and gentlemen, thank you very much.